Okay. We should be back. We should be back. Are we back? Hello, hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Because it seems like it does. I'm still reaching 100% CPU now and then, but I think that's because of this scene. And because the model is having issues. But it should be good. So I switched to GPU rendering, in case you're wondering what I did. I hope you could hear me though. Kakuin, is it here? Does the stream work? Hello? Can you hear me? Only buffering not starting? What the fuck? I can stream. I can see my stream. Fuck. Hey, welcome back. How is the everything? I switched encoders, and it might be bad now. Although I hope it isn't. I did switch to a CPU to the GPU encoder. There's a few games I cannot stream with this, mind you, because they use 100% of my GPU, which will then melt. But Final Fantasy actually doesn't, at least not in scenes like this. Final Fantasy is very CPU bottlenecked, and I think I should just get a better one. But I don't have money for that. I would love to buy a better CPU, but I cannot afford it. I'm still working only part-time. I might be able to afford one in autumn. Because I'll go to a full-time job then. Oh, didn't they rework this? I don't think I've been in here. But yeah, so the problem is that my CPU can barely handle everything. So I think I'll have to stream Final Fantasy on GPU encoder. Because it will eat. Otherwise. Oh, I want AoE, don't I? Oh no, wait, I remember that. I didn't actually rework this. But yeah, so the advantage of what I've done to the settings now is as long as my GPU load doesn't reach 100%, there shouldn't be any rendering issues. The stream should be stable, no matter what my CPU does, as long as my GPU remains at lower than 100. Which means I'll also activate this. Because I don't just want the game to render out of its ass and fill up my CPU, my GPU. Because that's not the newest either. I have a lot of hardware upgrades I want to get when I get the money. But for now, this will have to do. But yeah, so Storica shouldn't be a problem because the phone capture software itself like uses basically nothing. I think I just figured out why the browser panel I told you about earlier took so much of my processing resources. I think it was running the bot. But that's fine. I want to like look into bot stuff anyway. So, but yeah. So ever since I deleted the browser panel, apparently my bot broke. Interesting. Good to know. I just double cast the fucking thunder spell. Nirsch will kill me when she hears about this. I cannot add the browser panel back. It will literally melt my PC. But like in here we have about 50 FPS. The game never runs at many of those. But it's definitely bottlenecked by the CPU. Not the GPU, because it is not fully loading that. Oh, you got a proc. Pog. But yeah, my CPU is also not fully loaded anymore, which is really good. I'll still look into maybe using my phone for capture instead of my my webcam. Because that is better. But I have a struggle with that one. The ultimate solution for face capture is an iPhone, but I can't just go buy an iPhone. I'm not that rich. I can maybe buy a used one for cheap. But I want it to be at least refurbished, so I still get a warranty on it. I don't just want to buy a broken phone off eBay and be like, yeah, great, I just spent 100 euros for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather spend 250 euros for something that will work for 2 years instead of 100 euros for something that might be broken immediately on arrival. community misses you subscribe again. It does that because you're a Prime sub. It will start doing that around like half a month before your Prime sub runs out. It's stupid. If you don't want that, subscribe properly with your money, or suffer eternally the humiliation of Twitch being stupid. Twitch is scared that you'll not pay money. Like, that's their main concern. I don't think they care about me. Nope, that way. That way. This dungeon is stupid. This door opens after the boss fight, but that's not actually where you want to go. You want to turn around and jump down here. Which is just amazing. Whoever designed this, fuck you. You poor... Yeah, same. I'm doing all of this to get money. Hello? Nah, I'm doing it for fun. But I would like to get money. Who wouldn't? Like, who would mind getting paid for a hobby? You know? Yep, we've missed 0 frames due to rendering lag. Perfect. The artist dream, yeah? Bonk. And one more cast. Nope, not that one. This one. I wish I had Fire and Blizzard 3. That would be so good. Die. Scathed! Scathe is the worst spell. What was that? Oh, we have a sage. I didn't notice. But yeah, I'll look into getting a new CPU, but that will probably be a little ways off. And not be high in my priority list. As long as it works, I won't upgrade. And I've found a setup that at least will let me stream Final Fantasy. And I stream at 30 FPS anyway, so you don't notice that it's only 45. And I don't notice either, because it's Final Fantasy XIV. And I've rated on this having like 23 FPS and was completely fine. Because this game is great. Like, look at this shit. I'm at 50 frames per second, and I can play like I'm on 100. I don't notice. This game seems like smooth as butter to me. Whatever they are using for their time interpolation algorithm is, like, amazing. Because, like, okay, let's get into some game development talk here. Because I happen to know about that, as having it as my major in university. Okay, so the way a game calculates the next frame is it looks at how much time has passed since the last frame, advances the world simulation by that exact amount of time, and then it just renders out the next frame. And the reason you get stuttering, you get like frame rate issues and stuff, from games is because their delta time, usually like the time delta, the amount of time that passed since the last time they checked, it usually doesn't have it doesn't take into consideration how long it takes to render the frame. So if your frame time is longer than a few milliseconds, it will cause noticeable stutter if it's inconsistent. But Final Fantasy XIV seems to, at least from what I can tell by just playing it without knowing the code. Oh my god. Let me hold that thought. This teleporter wasn't here. Like, it wasn't here. They added this. Believe it or not, it took them a good 8 years to add a teleporter that leads from that room to the entrance. It wasn't in this dungeon for 8 years. Anyway, sorry. My mind is going places. But Final Fantasy XIV, at least from what I can tell by just playing it without knowing the source code, it seems to take into account the average frame time as well. Frame time being the measurement of how long it takes to render a frame. Melva! Hi, Melva. How are you doing? How do you like me? Did they rework this? Oh, I think they did. Yeah, the lamps are gone. The fuck? They deleted one of the mechanics. What is this? Just no more lamps. Okay. It moves. Yeah, it does. It also melts my CPU, but that's fine. I'm not joking. I'm at 95% load right now. Nope. Dodge. This is weird. Ooh, free cast. I think we need to kill this, like, actually this time. Not just for fun. But yeah, for some reason you don't notice if you're on low FPS with Final Fantasy XIV, unless you're at literally like... Oh no! Unless you're at literally like 5. So many thunder perks. Oh my god. Let's go. Easy dodge. But yeah, like... You will not know what frame rate you're on, unless it's, like, abysmally low. Because even though you're getting, like, around 24 FPS, you start getting a bit slideshowy. It's still a completely fluid movement because it shows you exactly what your brain expects the next frame to be. So it looks like you're looking at a completely like fluid motion, but like through a rotating shutter of sorts that only shows you an image 25 times per second, but it's still like a completely realistic fluid motion behind it. Oh no. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened to life. Aschient. It's a pleasure to meet you with you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. They have black masks, lol. It's no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. But the Ashids, who could have guessed? It is almost like they are behind literally everything. Heidelin chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot, well, allow you to continue upon your present course. Fuckers. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength for Master Lahabred. The task now accomplished, we take your leave of you. It's literally dramatic music, like, the song's good. It's just quiet. Fare you well, bringer of light. One brings shadow, one brings light. Alas, poor rain. Yeah. I'm just like, I just fucking murdered a woman. Can I leave? Hello? Hey, I can, give you a bit more. The music in this game is stellar. It's like actually masterpieces. Polite fuckers, yeah. It's like you can't like fully hate them. At least they are polite. Why am I walking? Whatever. I already started walking, might as well finish it. Can I enter through here? Or will they be like, no? What the fuck? Bitch? Bitch? Alright then, I'll just teleport behind you. Holy shit. Dickhead. Eldred. Fuck you. Gate kept, yeah. Unbelievable. How dare. No leave only. What the fuck? Okay then. Teleport behind him, yeah. Teleport behind you. I need to watch Epithet Erased. Oh god, I just yoed all the way backward. So, in case you're wondering why my model just did that, I dare to drink. The motion capture does not like when you drink. Gridania loud, yes, but at least it isn't as horny as Limsa or Ulda. Ulda isn't that horny. Like, Limsa, yes. Limsa is very, very horny. Foolish of you thinking that you could drink, Snake. Yeah, that's the mocap. Like... I'm happy how it's going though. I need to make sure I don't fuck it up with the encoder settings, but it works. It sure does work. Like, I have no complaints. If I'm in an area that isn't like complete garbage like this, I even get my CPU back. It's amazing. Anyway, hello. You are returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. So I went in there and I've murdered her? So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I have done more to prevent her fall. Maybe she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe that they have brought upon others. What did you notice? You thought I moved? Yes. Of course it does. Hello? I haven't made an idle animation yet, but if I make an idle animation, I will probably have it just move randomly. But right now it is just tied to one of the other eyes. Oh God. But who am I to speak of punishment by my silence? I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore. Though through misplaced loyalty, cowardice or both, I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. But yeah, it does move. Nope. I will rightly use the Vesper Bay Aetheryte ticket. Whee! Though I have a question regarding this item. Which Aetheryte? Where is it? Where are you hiding it? Is it in your pocket? Some person in the air. What's this? Ah, it's the glamour dresser, I think. That's Halatali, which I haven't done, because why would I? Tataru, how are you? You're cute. The solar. Minfilia. Welcome back, Rain. Full glad I am to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn to the Trellswood? So there was this lady and I kinda killed her. Two of Labre's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission. The devils taunt us, it's beyond doubt then. The Ashians have begun, the Ashians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan or plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are far too few to protect the realm against the threat unaided, not unraided. Fuck. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There's no shortage of misery in the world that the Ashians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. I know. We've gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. More. But yeah, there's definitely a couple things we could still do about the model. Like, for one, I'm just a head. So yeah. Titan! It is time! Finally!
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Oh, hold up. I will hide my face. Cutscene.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvip hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point.
Come.
So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
Yeah, she sounds like a fucking GPS. Turn left. Pray return to the waking sands. Beep, boop.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
So you will accept? Thank you.
We can't very well send him to Limsalo Minsa without Y'shtola, can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies, tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Okay. Speak with that person. Yeah, today's a bit slower in terms of Final Fantasy progress because I'm just doing a lot of stuff to make sure that everything works with the mocap. Da 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 da. Where is he? Upstairs. I see. Rip. Yeah. I need to definitely look into getting a better one. Do I have this etherite? I don't. Alright, there's a festival right now. I highly recommend you check it out. It gives a lovely emote. And if you don't get the emote now, you will have to buy it for money. Event items are only free during the time where they are in-game for the first time. Because you're paying for the playtime anyway. So any emote missed is an emote paid for with your money. Hello, random person. Hail, adventurer, and welcome to the Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know more about the enlisting, speak with the personnel officer. Unless you are the guest we're told to expect. Forgive me, sir. To business, then. It is as we told the antecedent. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began up to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogomoro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals, fodder for their fell primal. Oh, that's Melvin. Thank you. No, that's more Roban. How does a Melwhip go? Thank you. What the fuck? How do I Melvib? Help. Leviathan. Nah, Melvib. How do I? Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. What a spread of your accomplishments, Rain. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for heeding our call. It's not correct. It works, though. Forgive the like a forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral will wish to address Rain personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and kobolds plagued our people. Nor is this the first time we've had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was to the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So this is that we turn now to the science of the seventh dawn. Confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you're right. Melvib. Yes. I hope you're right, yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the Thalassocracy make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands, and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Laminsans who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you choose your words with greater care, Lady Stola. Stand down, High Commander. She is the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it, yet it makes little difference. Our remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of ether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. Ere long? I don't fucking know. I ask much of you. But the need is great. Can I count on your help, Rain? Yeah. Give my thanks. Along with the full support of Maelstrom, I await good tidings. That the kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict before we meet Titan. However, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe, and I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Great Fleet, Mills in Lower Lanacea. quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller. I do not know. When you find him, perhaps you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. It is time to just actually leave here for once. Eesh. Lower. Give me this. Thank you. Half castle. Woo. Okay, I think I need to go down. With the sickness. Leave. Okay. The music is too good. Hello! Lay down your burden, son. Come drain a pin with me. We'll have the grand old time and find the lass or three. Yeah, I'm gonna say something. Ventura just keep staring. Eh? You want to know about the company of heroes? Ah, hells, please of bleeding fame. Can't a miller mill in peace no more? Still seeing as you've come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige you. Consider yourself lucky, mate. Old Tractor was the company's best X-Men. Now what he wanted to know. Tractor Man. So you want to hear the tale of how the company of heroes bested the primal, do you? Let me guess. You meant that bastard Tidus, eh? I think Tidus might be from a different game. If only you'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle, like the legends of old. Me and the boys, looking for beans at 4 a.m. The ground trembled with every step Tidus took. And when he hit you, boy, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Just like that. Mm-hmm. Oi, what's to look for? I'm a goddamned hero. I'll have you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to build Tidus. Me and the boys at 4 a.m. looking for beans. Good old times. Do you remember Velociraptor? That was a good meme. Listen, they can't just write me and the boys and expect me to not look for beans in the dialogue. Even though this dialogue precedes that meme by like 4 years. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats they've made, that made a nest by the windmill just south of here? Aye, do that, then we talk. Fine. I'll do your chores, dickhead. Tiders, my favorite primal. Die! Easy. Oh, what? Rat King? A worthy target. Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary. Not fucking around, holy shit. One shot the wind sprite for Blizzard. Yeet! It didn't even die, what? Hello? Huh? Why are you in that wind sprite's pull group? What the fuck? Explain! Oh right, I could probably stand to use the weapon coffer to get the exact same weapon again, Pog! The fuck? Just got the same one. It's the exact weapon. Like, fucking look at this. What? One shot. Sad. Being an Omnicraft and then playing an alt who isn't is kind of sad. That Squish is a beautiful thing, yeah. But it's the exact same item, same name and everything. Hey, the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, Ventura. Save me the hassle of... never mind. Blue! Bitches love blue. You want some fuck? Let me smash. Yellow. Bitches love yellow. What? You're still asking about how we'd beat Tidus? I don't know. It was a pretty risky strategy and kinda only a veteran that 10-score battles could rely upon. I want to teach you, I truly do, but unless you prove you have what it takes to face the fat bastard, that's rude, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you need to be capable of slaying, say, a goblin. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour mill here, so you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. 'Cause I ain't asking you to cut one down quickly and skill the X-Men like myself. Any road, why don't you try heading due west and standing lookout case a Gobu comes calling. Slay it, and I might consider telling you more about Tidus. Yes. It's because that's how his name is pronounced in German. And I think it's way funnier than Tidus. It's Tidus in German. At least according to that one time. Not that the game has German voiceover, but But yeah, it's funnier than Titus or Titus. I think they are going for Titus though, because Titan. Just fucking slow. Are you kidding me? Well, why don't you make my casts even longer? Goddamn. I killed the thing. Will you tell me now? Hey, you again. Then that goober that was harassing the millers is dead. I didn't think you had it in you, Ventura. Still took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm still not sure if I should tell your secrets. Yeah, dickhead. Oh no, I will no longer have cute glasses. It is time to sag. Goodbye, glasses. So many short quests. That's a stranger's fellow. Tricked him? You in here drinking again? If you are, that Gobu had better been dead. Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have me word of that. Cleave the beast's skull in two with the trusty axe, dead. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I ask him? He'd vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me true. Was it Tractum who slew that Gubu, or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? This is me, Tractum, the finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes. The legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Titus. Titus, I see. Titus? Titus? Who the hell seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drink-sodden dream? The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody half-wit! Ah, yeah, well, see, Titus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of Sargenscheid I've ever heard. Both of you, outside, will learn the truth the Leminson way. Tractum, if you don't slay that Gubu, if you didn't slay the Gubu, you may consider your contract revoked. Well, not my problem, bitch. Da, da, da. Me and the lads at 4 AM. Yes. Alright, you know the rules. First man to smash his border will be judged to the Gubu Slayer. Don't even think trying to kill me, that's cheating. You break these boulders. Ah, how's with it? I don't have Fire 3, why? Sad. Okay. Ah, yes, he is so good and powerful and such a hero. You fucker. You piece of fuck. Paralysis on a black mage. I crie. Yes! It's great! A bomb? What if I kill the bomb? Just break that thing. One, two... No, sir! Me arms! Me bleeding arms! Da da da. Get fucked, bitch! Can't even kill a small boulder before I fucking kill this rock. Alright, I admit it. I lied about being the company of heroes. But I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned my lesson, honest, I have. Save your blubbering, Tractum. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please. I didn't want to deceive you. I swear, I just kept getting turned away by all folk I asked for work and I panicked. See, the last job I had was a Costa del Sol. And there was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I was captain of the company of heroes, I finally understood why. It had so much leg years. Like, this isn't pants, this is leg. I was being serious when I said I was one of them. But you went and believed me, so I... Look, his name was Whisket, alright? Whisket. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus or whatever. Yes. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on then. Tell the chief to forgive me, it's only fair. Titus, yes. I sight read that name and just read it to Titus. I didn't have the time to realize it's Titus before I said tit. That was too late. I had to commit to it. I had to commit to tit. Tits. Nice tits. It was already in your mouth, yes. That's where it belongs. Woo! A tuning to Costa del Sol. The music is too good. Pardon? Wish to slay the Lord of Crags? We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa are depending upon us. You fancy yourselves heroes, then? Just like in the tales? Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours. My associate here is bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. He is blessed with a power that protects him from primal influence. Thus was he able to lay low the Lord of Inferno. We know full well the risks, and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. Yeah, the Lord of Crags. A man who can't be tempered. Useful, but it will not be enough. It is true that the company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory is brought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. Aye, we defeated him, in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. I believe you, believe what you will. We mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You're passionate, I'll grant you that. You deserve better than the greeting I gave you, but I will not send you to Ogomoro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you're more than common adventurers. I would like to sell you car insurance. Assurance. Oh, I'm sorry. Oversee security for Master Gigiruyu's estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Ye gods, man! Have you heard nothing I've said? We've not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy's at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, then you are welcome to find your own way into Ogomoro. Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we've no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa hangs in the balance. In the balance? Pog. Part of the main story used to be called the Great Filter because it cost so many people to quit the game. Yes. Master Gigiruyu's requests can be more demanding than you see. Realize, before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. A Nyx has been recently seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, the Master does not want large slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with a herring. Slaying the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. Woo! Ow! Yep. But they removed them a long time ago. Die! Oh no! Die! Die! Wait, I'm not level restricted. What am I doing? I keep thinking I'm level restricted and can't use Fire 3 and Blizzard 3 for some reason. Yeah, so there's 4 more levels of content until Titan, by the way. If I remember correctly. But they might be a bit more rushed than they used to be. Due to that filter thing Melba mentioned. Da, 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 da. Well, if you deal with the Nyx, yeah, you have leg. Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. The foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. Anyway, now that the pointless busy work is finished... Wait. The plot thickens, apparently. Anyway, now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge that befits your talents. Yay! 2 highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol, the near future, and Master Gigerudo Jojo wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gigerudo desires can be so easily purchased. It's to be an extremely exotic feast, and so, Rain, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine. Very good. And by suitable, I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need to toil not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live. They will guide you to the quest. For the first ingredient, I would have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with a lender at Camp Tranquil. What, did you mean to tell me you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Adventurer, if you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how long do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? And either do it or don't. I have work to do. Happy. Yeah. And now begins the great filter of why. I'm not attuned. Fuck me. I'm not attuned to anything. I forgot to attune to Quarry Mill. Shit. Damn it. Yeah, you just forget. Yeah. Just do not. I have so many unattuned things. Like, I promise you, Kakyoin, you will not forget to attune things. Like I do. This is a problem because I've already done it. I've already attuned every Aetheryte in the game. Zagreus Pendragon. What a name. What a name. Holy shit, that is a name. Wow. Wow. Ah, well. Alright, didn't I have this? I'm looking at something. Give me a sec. It used to have a setting. But, Oh, okay. Ow, the edge. Yes. One thing that is infuriating about VTuber things is very often you have software that supports one thing you want to do, but doesn't fully support another thing you want to do. Like, for instance, what I'm using right now for this is VTube Studio, which is pretty good. And there's also a second software that is called PRPR Live. what this software does well is it has pretty good face tracking because it uses like one of the best face tracking software things ever made. And then there's also hand tracking. If I had hands, I could track them. Like, as long as they are in camera view, they would actually show up and I could, like, point around and shit. But what this software cannot do, as far as I figured out, is, like, you cannot make objects appear and interact physically with your model. Like, one thing that is a very common channel point goal is being able to throw something at the person. And that's just something that I think I cannot do in VTube Studio, but I could do it in PRP Alive. The problem with PRP Alive is that the tracking is bad and looks weird. You don't have hands? No, I don't have hands. I have 4 of them and none of them are here. You require assistance, adventurer. So this is the one who challenged Titan. I've been expecting you, Rain. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant elementoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in their attempt. Will I help you get it? You amuse me. I won't jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Let me be clear, this is business between you and me. The captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world and meeting interesting people, killing them. It was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians are by and large an unforgiving lot. Ditto here being a rare exception. I've had to go to no great lengths to ensure that I'm seen as a model citizen with no taste for drinking, whoring, or gambling, and all those other activities I do so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heavens pillar. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good Elementoise egg in the nest to the east of here, just ripe for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Rain. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in the swamp. What a prick! Hon. Yes. Wee. That wasn't deep enough for... Damn. Oh no! Stropers! That is egg. Egg. Long cast. Do it properly this time. There we go. I just read tortoise soup instead of stomp. Wee. Keg W. Wait, the fuck? Where? Oh, I forgot the egg! Excuse me. egg, egg, it's a g, agree, g. God damn it. I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take the intent to preserve them to the bitter end. Have egg. Such bravery, such recklessness, that will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanalan. The Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Udo Nuno. He will be your next guide. Safe travels. Yeah, whatever, dickhead. Did I? Nope. Oh my god. It will cost me 420 gil to teleport. That has to be on purpose. So Rain approaches Lendon. Eggless. Yes. That has to be on purpose. Like, they knew you were gonna teleport this distance. If you don't overlevel as fuck on your Black Mage, you never go there until this point. You wouldn't have this Aetheryte. Like, the one down there. The one for Forgotten Springs. You wouldn't have it. You have to go the long way the first time you go there. But you will have been at Little Alamigo for the story. So they must have known that teleporting from that camp we were just in to Little Alamigo would be the most likely thing to happen for this story quest. If they didn't set the teleport cost on purpose, I will be very surprised. I wonder how those work, by the way. Like, if they actually have some formula for it, or if just every location has a list of how expensive it is to teleport there from every map in the game. I would like to know, like, how they do this. High level amateur fucking died? Yeah. You need to know that this is here. If you go that way, you just fucking perish. I remember, actually, like, you dying here. Now that you remind me, I actually have a clear memory of it. I think I had to help you get through there by just killing stuff. Somehow, because I was playing White Mage exclusively back then. Chocobo Porter unlocked. Udo Noon. My man. Sup, bitch? State your business, adventurer. So this is the one Weiskett sends me. I have the foggiest what he sees in you. And until I do, you will receive no aid from me. Receive. Hi, Daddy. Yes. Persistent bugger. Very well. Let's have a look at you. I see you've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that, and you did manage to obtain an Elementor's egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The Noon I once thought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am Noon. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills, instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. This is why I claimed my position. Yes. This is why I claimed my position, and this is why I still hold it, and this is why I will not help an unproven whelp. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amorja encampment that dwells a warrior renowned for his strength and his guile. To face this Amorja in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this, I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why do you ask? You'll have to solve the riddle yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior and bring him to me his necklace. Yes, the exquisite rolled R's. Hello! Ride, my bird, ride! Dee. I want a different mount. I would like... Falcon. Bike. Monster Stories DLC. Yeah. This is very good. Destination. Do. Bodful Cry, interesting. Die, my man. Don't help me, oh, that's lame. Come on. Let the Black Mage fight in peace. Bike! This is so stupid. Wee. Woo! Anyway. I love how sometimes you can visibly see the game, like, stutter and explode. Yes, chicken on solid ground, bike on sand. Hey, it's a Sid Garland product, I believe. So it's good. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? Yep. Is everyone here making me do that dirty work? Like, what is this? 'Tis a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear had belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar, he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. Wow! Great! More stats. Let's go. A shame we did not beat when I was still with the company of heroes. You have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a Welwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across these desert dunes, but Welwick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized and as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on smaller creatures of the Sangoli. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There's an area teeming with anglers to the east. We'll mark it upon your map, along with the location where Welwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the word to a fading frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. Oh no, my skills, they are so lacking. I am the worst adventurer. I have nothing to my name except fucking E-Freight. Why am I doing this? Like, hello? Anyway, I love how you sit on this mount. It's just like, oh, yes. Die! Slave Ifrit, kill this random ass enemy to prove your worth. Just a weird take, yeah. Well, at least I know for a fact that someday the NPCs will take me seriously and stop sending me on useless quests to do some bullshit for them to prove my worth. They will send me on useless quests to do some bullshit for them because they want me to. Oh, hero who saved the entire universe! Can you deliver this sandwich? Fine. I'm also, like, I'm making fun of the sandwich quest, but the sandwich quest is, like, hands down the most important side quest in that area. I cannot get into why on stream because it would be massive spoilers. But the sandwich quest is good. Like, if you don't know why, Melva, I can tell you after stream. Because we have a thing, anyway. A JoJo date, as you know. I love how blind doesn't matter for spellcasters. It's like, oh no! My auto attacks will miss. Yeah, I'll tell you after stream, just remind me, okay? Again, I cannot even get into the location where it is. Without spoiling. Hello. Look well, have you caught your quarry then? Yeah. Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Rain. The meat will need you to be heavily smoked before I could ship it to Wisket. Worry not, you have my word that he will receive it in time for a banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret that I know naught of this location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek Wisket's counsel. Ah, but hold a moment, since you will be meeting the captain again soon. There's something I would like to deliver. Wow. Wow. Now even your fucking delivery boy, what is this? Dickhead? The captain was always fond of this braid wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. I, Whisket, I was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect that this is still the case now. Please give him my regards, Rain. I have no idea why I spoke him like that. I just decided to, and that was that. He speaks like that? What do you mean? Yeah. Well met, Rain. And Udundun both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? Ah, my favorite. I shall have it to thank the Noon personally. Now, I have but one ingredient left. Unfortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenar this time to obtain it. Oh yeah, by the way, in case someone didn't know, so this word that they keep mentioning, Aldenard, this is Aldenard. This specifically. This is Eorzea, but this is Aldenard. The island that Lanacea is located on also has a name that I keep forgetting what it is. But Lanacea and the island that has Lanacea on it and Aldenard make up Eorzea. Geography lesson. Vilbrand, right. Vilbrand and Aldenard make up Eorzea. Yay. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Braveflox, my old quartermaster. Fuck no! 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 Do I have to? I don't want to get cheese! However, not long ago, she sent word that there has been some trouble at the Long Stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks and speak with Ozun Nazun. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Braveflox and her people have made their home. I don't want to. No. Why? I hate this. At least I get to see the reworked boss. They reworked all the bosses to be better for the duty assist. Melva, do you want to hop on and help me real quick? I don't want to sit in queue for like 10 minutes just so I can play fucking Long Stop. Suffering. Just join on a tank or a healer, please. Please! Rescue me. I want the XP. I don't want to risk being underleveled when I hit like Shadowbringers or something. What's the hurry, Venturer? Something happened over the Gobby settlement? I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to the Raincatcher Gully. Okay. I don't think I have your main on my friend list though. Yeah, I have Medba. I don't have Melva. It'll take you like 10 minutes to get there anyway. Yeah, that is true. But yeah, we'll have to. I'll like open a duty finder or something. I can do that anyway, so anyone watching can join. Ooh. The duty finder password will be 6969. Because yes. I wish it had 5 numbers so I could set it to 42069, but I cannot. Duty finder, there we go. Nope, not duty finder. Party finder is what I want. Party finder. This one. Private. Recruit members. For dungeons, specifically. The one that I can't do yet, but that's no matter. Duty completion. And then I would like to have it private with 6969 as the password. And I will say uwu in the search comment. Let's go. Reflux. All talks. But yeah, I've made a party finder with a password. Mind you, it's listed for Hawk Commander because I don't have the actual dungeon yet. Pshko. Tongue flaps of whisket be reaching ears of Brayflocks. Uplanders come for tasty fresh gobby treats, yes. Quest prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Fightly beast chased gobby flock from homes. I just googled your name here. Gobby flock needs goodly Uplander. Give safety to Longstop with much hand lending. Google my name, yeah. Just Google me. Do it. Do it. Okay, I found it. Okay, so touching my nose also makes the mocap spaz out. That's funny. The only pharmacy that is near my home at all closes super early, and I haven't had a chance to buy new allergy medication because of work. Because when I get off work, it's usually already closed. So my nose be tingly. Still logging in? No. I mean, it's still gonna be faster though. Even if I wait for you like for 3 minutes, if you join as anything that isn't a DPS, it will still be faster. Hey! Okay, ready, check. Ready. Go! Oh. Maybe not. Hello? Would you allow me? Thank you. Yep. So this is how healer queues look, by the way. You just get in instantly. Dragon. Legasp Bonus. I want like a stance right now. I'm still not level 35. Also, the tank is dying. Holy shit. Hey, we have that fucking key. Keys. Die, enemies. Yeet. I'm silenced. Come on. When the tank doesn't care, I'm sad. The beginning is still the same, but the boss is different. So many procs. I should play this class. I keep getting procs. I wish I had my good skill that I get literally 1 level higher than this. But no. 1, 2. Oh, that was too early. You really have to do 3 casts in ice. The procs! What is this? So many procs. I'm amazed. A pole. It's actually good. Nice. Give me that. Thank you. Like, actually my class's item too. What is this? Why is the game so nice to me? That's sus. What did you do this time, Square Enix? You're not usually that nice. The game being nice to you is like your dog being super cute after he shit on the carpet. It's like, what did you do, Square? Why are you giving me all these things? Okay. Die. Another proc, what is this? Holy shit. Do you still ignore this? I think you do. Da 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 da. It's 30k, okay. 3k MP, very good. Die, Inferno Drake! Die! Ow! Wait, huh? Did you always have to kill it? Or did they mark it as a proper, like, enemy now? What is this? Huh? Okay. This might actually be good. What's in this? Nope. Garbage. Garbaggio. Whoa, this part looks different. What happened here? Like, you used to be able to go here. What the fuck? They've unwalkable surface to the water. Or most of it, at least. Huh. Die. Die. Death. Die. That's an instant pull. Woo! Murder! Yay! Proc! What is this? How? How do I keep getting procs? Holy shit. So sorry about that, everyone. My internet just decided to nope me. I probably dropped a few frames there. That is interrupting a cast. Very nice. And by nice, I mean why? Why did you interrupt me, game? Why me? Fun fact. You can actually not kill Ayatar here. If you do this unsynced, you can get it to 1%. But you cannot actually kill it here. Also, we have to wait until it, like, actually leaves. There we go. My favorite. Waiting. Waiting, my favorite game mechanic. Woo. More procs. Woo. Good procs too. This will give me another proc, I'm sure of it. Yep. Let's use it. Free damage. Woo! Ah, no more procs. Sad. Okay. And now it's boss time. Finally! Boss time, boss time. Do, 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 do. Dagon! Oh. Come on! Da da da. Da da da. Da da da. These things. Woo! That does basically nothing. Die! 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 Mechanics, what is this? Die. 3 damage, very nice. And dead. There we go. Woo. It died. There we go, we have killed the enemy. I don't want a great sword. Ooh. I have gotten a commendation. Wow. I am now cool. Anyway, thank you for helping. Pshko. Goody uplanders, thanks of Gobbyflock. Flighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plants making. I basically just hit it in the face, Braveflocks. Uplander has goodly head for fighty thing. Braveflocks happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to clever Uplander. Choose a stinky sweet gobby treat, special make with secret gobby arts. No party complete without gobby gouda. Braveflocks ever say. Pshko. I think after I've played through everything, we need to make a straw poll of which tribe has the most annoying speech quirk. I will quickly go grab wine port before I continue. Melva's gonna make food. Okay, enjoy food. Or enjoy making food, depending on how long that takes. Maybe you'll enjoy food with JoJo's later. But yeah, Melva and I will be watching JoJo's later. Part 6. Because we haven't seen all the episodes yet. Yee. I mean, we do have a good amount of time. But I would actually like to cancel my Netflix so I can save those 15 euros. Unless Melva has something he really wants to watch. But yeah, or at least like downgrade my Netflix account. And maybe I'll just do that. But like, I have a full one right now and it's way too expensive. And I don't need it. At all. So yeah. Hello! I gather you solved Brayflox's little problem. Jeez. By the gods, that unholy stench. This is definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How's it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Bravo, Rain. Thanks to you, our guests shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exotic aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip, and he'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering, this is merely a ploy to test your patience. I assure you, I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lomani my regards. Whee! Why did I open my menu, huh? What was that about? I just autopiloted that for no reason. Sweet grime and blood. Aye, you reek of blood and adventure, unless I'm mistaken. Brings you to Wineport. An order, let me guess, a request for the finest vintage I can muster. The paper smells of foam and perfume, costed our soul, and there's also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gigiruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Durstwaite and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast. Hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. But perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you have no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. I wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. But you grow impatient, and Whiskett must have his wine. Therein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Burgerland, who owns and operates the largest winery in Wilbrand. Somehow, I doubt he will be receptive to your requests, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. Odd rank amateur, butter this wine. The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. This missile is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of this polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion and I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte Winters bid you speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you gubu urine than to sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight! Rude. Rude. Wow. I take it he said no. Really, those words. Well, I cannot say that I'm surprised. Well, there is no denying his passion and skill. The wine baron of Limsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee you this would not be a problem. But I haven't come several years ago. What the fuck? What kind of statement is that, dude? Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that the grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vignerons of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Ahem. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. On that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But, as it is often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. We cannot convince Berligan to part with his wines. Our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and to offer them every gil we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vignerons tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. Maybe this building? No. Then where? What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish I've never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend. But you're a few years too late. Oh no. Bacchus wine? Don't remind me. I used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Though I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements, never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my goddamned house. Ah, yeah. Shamani domani. No luck, most regrettable. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude could be due to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a Vinter. After Titan blinded me in a battle beneath Ogomoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me to find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia, which once filled me with hope, may be forever lost to us. High potions. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there's so much I miss about my life with a company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there's a favor I would ask for you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Wilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die, because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was that man named Drest took me in, and nursed me back to health. And it was he who gave me the first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking. I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Drest sometimes works as the rain catcher, Gully Docks, so perhaps Risk It can tell you where to find him. Risk It! Oh, we're almost at 34. They really did cut a good amount of content here. We've almost made 6 levels today. Damn. Like 6 levels of like content, not 6 levels of like character. We've made about 4 of those. We're still well ahead of the main story though. We're almost at 40. We will reach 50 before long. Especially if this amount of stuff keeps up the amount of XP we get. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit? Aye. I'll just with you Gil when I need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hell don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone. I say. If you've mind enough to find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String. Hello, Dressed. What do you want? Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I never want to hurt anyone. I don't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make this buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. What a curious fella. What a curious man! What do you think of him, Mr. Carquin? What do y'all think of him, chat? Sus is what I would say. Sasibaka. Seems good. Just some average Galleon tech just lying around here. Okay. Die, dung midges. Die. Die. I feel like burning an insect swarm is a lot more efficient than trying to cut it with a sword. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me, even after what my comrades and I did to your country. What the fuck? I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Galleon. They conquered my lands, just like they conquered they tried to conquer yours. Oh, he's a Galleon soldier. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Last night at the Red Mantis Falls, I collected a sap from a nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored in a few bells time, it makes for a fine wine. See, it should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope one day to do the same. He's a Galleon soldier, but he was forced to serve in the military. He isn't even like Galleon, he is just some pure. Galleons are a nation, but they are also a race. They have this like little knob on their forehead, which appears to be a third eye. And they are unable to use magic. Toads. Wah, wah. So yeah. But yeah, so most Galleons think that what the Empire does is just and that they deserve to rule and everything. But not every Galleon soldier is a Galleon. Which is a whole can of worms. It's been some time, Rain. What news do you have of Drest? Ah yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We are not so different, dressed and I, two men who have long struggled to not let our scars define us. I worry that he's been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Aye, it's past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Rain. By the gods, Rain, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've discovered something extraordinary about Rest's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which was a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in the Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Drest found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Wine! Poggers! There we go. Ah. Dressed. Where you at? Oh, hello again. What is it? Have. This is just a leaf, isn't it? I chose it because it was pretty. I don't know it was rare. I found them in the Juggernaut of the South, but I didn't see any grape wines. I saw fresh goodwood tracks though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the back of such beasts. If you go looking for it, maybe be careful, please. Some gubus are more territorial than others. And territorial, if you may have defend yourself. Oh no! No! Die! Die! Death. Shamani. Here I come. I have your stuff. Shamani. What did Drest have to say, Rain? Tell me everything. Have a thing. Ah, I was right. They smell this texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard enough of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice winter could... 12 is my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me? But why? There's none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Bergerland. You have the resources, the knowledge, the passion to do so. It would be selfish for me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift in just a few years' time. I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't. Wait, the shape of this bottle, the scent of this label. This couldn't possibly be. A 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gigud Rouge will be no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Rain. Thank you for kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Whisket. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it. But I'm a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Woo! We have saved the wine industry. Let's go. Woo! Money! Whisket! Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So what of the wine I asked you to bring? There you go. Hello. Hand over. Is that 7 hells? A 1547 Bacchus. Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations, Rain. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Hopes you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. Hi, Stola. You have the look of a man who has been in the seventh hell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals of a banquet held in his own honor. And this while the shadow of title looms over us all. It beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear should have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Stola, Sambria. $1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, sir. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, he must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the lengths and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Rain has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good to enlighten him. Aye, fair's fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters before the company of heroes disbanded. We each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in their footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be godslayers by his own criteria. Even if one found him wanting, he would be rejected without a second thought. If even one found him wanting. Yeah. But if he proved himself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support his cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers to the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test Rain with such a commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I'm sure, but tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? He is a brave one, much certain. He willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost him his life. His skill is undeniable. He stalked his prey as relentless as any child of the sands, and struck with his precision when an opportunity presented itself. I don't know what that accent is. I have no idea. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortunes and glory. Rain, however, is a kind and generous soul. I'm certain he has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at his side. Psh, oh. Wily Uplander is talentful plansmaker. Tricksy foe for mighty rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We 5 of the Company of Heroes hereby judge you worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Rain Umbria, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend. Rain Umbria, Titan's Bane. Woo! Yep, we just collected the supplies for our own banquet. Ha! God damn it. Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Stuff. And things. Oh, amazing. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief, transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. Okay. When you face the Lord of Crags, Think not of Limsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond this chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Psh, go. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty think. Gobby Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Ah, Rain, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you look him in the eye and tell him Lundell sends his regards. Lysenderoth sends his regards. And it's King Dragon, but it's a line by Lysenderoth. Whatever. You're a veteran of countless battles, Rain. But this one, this but one more. Trust in your experience, and you will prevail. I have still no idea what that accent is. You're blessed with a fortitude to rival the Earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. Yay. You are kind to indulge them, Rain. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you. Whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. They have all pronounced you the victor. The battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. My nose. It is itchy. I don't like it. XP. Pog. Ah, you must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lanacea. There you will meet with Riol, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that his knowledge doesn't fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at his 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that this is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. Okay, weird. Okay, up to Wineport, yes. Yes. And then onward to the next map. Woo! Upper Lanacea. Camp Bronze Lake. Woo! Da, 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 da. Ah! No! No! I totally forgot to add Melva to the friend list. And he did too! Hello, can I click on this? There we go. Destination. Whistle. Phone randomly crashing. That's not good. You know? Don't like that one. Nope. Hello. Greetings, mate. Might you be the one that Captain said would come calling? I thought so. Pay attention now, cause I ain't explaining myself twice. Is this voiced? Yep. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman Aetherite, see? Hey, what does it look for? Not familiar with him? He speaks of an unamplified Aetherite, which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, when there's no fundamental difference between such Aetherites and those which you've used on countless occasions, Rain. Ah, well, the Sharlayan less. Welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I'd planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Ogomoro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I've long pondered. Ah, give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going to the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step and the next thing you know, we've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around. And was that got us thinking? I mean, Ugomaro mines are like a bleeding city, aren't they? And they get around a city that big would be a right pain in the ass if you didn't have an Ethernet, would it? So I stood to reason that kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were Aetherite shards at the depths of Ogomoro, you would have need to attune yourself to them before you could identify the signature within the live stream. Ah well, that's where you're wrong, Lev. We had this Sharlayan bloke help us, see? Delivered us right to Titan's bedchamber, he did. Don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it ran to nothing any Sharlayan scholar worth a salt could manage. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the Aetherites in question happened to be... Ah yes, but in order to guide a traveler to set beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible, in theory at least, yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether I am worth my salt. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at the Aetherite? It ain't far, though. It ain't far, though there's sure to be 3 kobolds blocking the way. Naught ye can handle, mind. Interesting. 'Tis time, I think, to at least unlock. I don't know if we'll do it today, though, because it's almost past stream. Tis almost end. It is late. Dark Lord Rampage. What a name. So this is the Aetheryte the Company of Heroes used to gain access to Titan's Sanctuary. It is as Papalimus has speculated. In its present state, this Aetheryte signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will be monopolized in my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me, Rain. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the Aetheryte's signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. Now, let us see. If I am worth my salt. I've located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you'll find there. So stint not in your preparation. That is... Yep. But we only have 6 minutes. So we will do this next time. Titan is a level 34 trial, which means even if I do get a nice skill by way of this quest, which is the case, it is not the case, I get freeze. Fuck it. I get freeze, okay. I don't even get a good skill. So I will postpone that quest for the time being. Because A, I cannot even use it in Titan. B, it is trash. Freeze is like non-ironically bad. I don't know why it's still in the game. All it does is it deals minuscule damage and it binds people. So I have no idea why it's in the game at all. Well then. I can, however, use this remainder of the stream well. Because, yeah, I've been, like, looking at stream now and then. And while the stream quality isn't too bad most of the time, there's definitely parts where it's going to absolute shit town. Like, literal garbage. And I don't know why that is. I reckon it might be because of the hardware encoder I'm using. So, hardware encoding has become a thing with the rise of the NVENC, the NVIDIA encoder, that is included with the newer NVIDIA cards. GTX, like, I think 10 series, 1080, etc. I think were the first ones who had the new NVENC. And from there, the, like, meta game, so to speak, for streaming has shifted. To use the new NVENC instead of your CPU hardware encoder, like CPU encoder. Software encoder, that is, too. The problem is with this, so the 1080 GPU, or the 10 series GPUs is it's already pretty old. I don't even know if it has the new NVENC. Yeah, but the GPU I'm using is it's a Vega 64. Which is also pretty old. Like, this thing was released about a year after the Nvidia cards that had the new encoder. And Nvidia made the AMD hardware encoder is pretty bad in this one. So it doesn't look good. It works if it's mostly static. But if I actually like move around a bit in game like this, actually force it to encode frames, it becomes garbage really, really fast. And that's despite me being on a quality level that is pretty good, actually. So yeah, CPU encoder is definitely better in my use case. So if I can in any way make use of OBS's CPU encoding instead of the GPU one again with mocap, I will use that. I'll just actually have to look into what is cheaper. Getting a new CPU that can handle everything, or getting like a phone setup working. If that is enough, if taking the burden of capture of my CPU will be sufficient. But yeah, I have an ancient like CPU in the grand scheme of things too, and it's a medium, like it's a middle class one too. This is a Ryzen 3600, not even 3600X, just 3600, which is also pretty old by now. I think they made this one. Yeah, like in the grand scheme of things, 3 years ago for a mid-class CPU might be not good enough. Anyway, I'll have to figure that out. For like the future. But the mocap does work. It's just not very pretty in conjunction with a game that uses a lot of my CPU, like this one. Because Final Fantasy itself already uses 30% of my CPU. And then add to that the about 20% of my of OBS if I run it in CPU encoder mode. 20 to 30. And then on top of that, the 17% of the capture software. So we are running on 80% about 80% of my CPU's capacity for these 3 programs alone, and then there's everything else on my computer in these last 20%, just crammed in there. It's not nice. But yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you had fun. You will probably see more of me actually being able to move, and not just a static mouth-flapping snake, in the near future. Huh? First of all, hi. What do you mean, Tears? Oh, no, sorry, I already have plans. I want to watch the watch a few episodes of JoJo's like right now after stream. I can hit you up when we're done, like, but I don't know if you'll still be awake. Anyway, I'm gonna shut down stream now. Good night.